War never announces itself. It arrives suddenly, with thunder, fire, and the sound of metal tearing the air apart. The ground shakes, the sky darkens, and in a single moment, ordinary lives are pulled into something they never chose. Cannons roar across fields and ruined streets. Each explosion carries fear, dust, and the weight of decisions made far away. Men move forward, not because they are fearless, but because stopping means dying. Smoke swallows the horizon, and time itself seems to collapse into noise and instinct. Somewhere between the blasts, there are faces frozen in concentration, hands gripping rifles, eyes searching for movement, breathing slow, controlled, deliberate. In war, even silence feels dangerous. Far from the front lines, another battle is unfolding. Inside vast hangars, men and women work without rest. Steel is cut, engines are mounted, wings are fastened into place. Aircraft take shape under tired hands and dim lights. Each plane means hope and risk. Someone will fly it. Someone may never return. Between battles, war shows its quiet side. A soldier cleaning his weapon with care. Another crouched behind cover, scanning the distance. Some sleep holding their rifles close, as if afraid to let go. Others stare into nothing, thinking of places that no longer exist, or people they may never see again. War is not only fighting, it is waiting. Waiting for orders, waiting for dawn, waiting to learn who will still be standing tomorrow. And then, slowly, almost cautiously, the noise begins to fade. The guns fall silent. The smoke lifts. The road ahead no longer leads toward the front, but away from it. Trains fill with men who look older than their years. Some laugh too loudly, as if testing the sound of joy again. Some sit quietly, holding memories they will never speak aloud. An accordion plays somewhere inside a wooden carriage. For the first time in years, the destination is home. The wheels turn. The distance shortens, and faces begin to appear on platforms and roadsides. Mothers who never stopped waiting. Wives who learned to live with fear. Hands reach out, hesitant at first, then trembling with disbelief. Tears fall, not from sorrow, but from relief. In these moments, the war finally ends. Not on a battlefield, not in history books, but in an embrace. In the quiet understanding that survival itself was the victory. History remembers battles, dates, and numbers. But what truly matters is who came home. And then, the sound slowly changed. The guns fell silent. The sky, once torn apart by fire, began to clear. Smoke drifted away, carried by the wind, as if the war itself was finally exhaling. Men stood still. Some looked around, unsure if it was real. Others lowered their weapons, their hands trembling, not from fear anymore, but from disbelief. They had survived. Months, sometimes years, of constant noise had shaped their lives. Explosions had become their clocks, gunfire, their language, loss, their daily companion. And now, there was quiet. In hangars and open fields, hands that once loaded shells now assembled wings. Aircraft were repaired not for destruction, but for the journey home. Engines roared, not in anger, but in relief. Trains began to move again. Wooden wagons filled with tired faces. Some men laughed for no reason at all. Some stared out the windows, afraid to blink, afraid this moment might disappear. Letters were folded and unfolded 100 times. Names were whispered softly, like prayers. At stations, people waited. Mothers, wives, sisters. They stood still as the train slowed, scanning every face, every uniform, every step onto the platform. And then it happened. A familiar voice, a sudden cry, arms wrapped around shoulders that had carried war for far too long. Tears fell freely, not from pain, but from release, from the simple miracle of being together again. No medals mattered in that moment, no ranks, no orders, only heartbeat against heartbeat, only the warmth of another human being. For many, this was not just the end of a war. It was the beginning of learning how to live again. And though history would remember the battles, the dates, the victories, what truly mattered were these moments. Quiet, human, real. Because after all the fire and steel, the war did not end on the battlefield. It ended here, in an embrace.